Welcome to another episode of Bad Magic. Today we are going to do a spell to banish racism from our lives. So I'm not delusional. I don't know if I can banish racism from the entire world, but at least I can work in my world, right? My
Gonna make
space, the
the
world that I
change.
touch, right? I think it's possible. So let's do this. This is a different kind of bad magic. This is
Oh,
Michael Jackson bad.
Shimon.
So let's do this. Shimon. Here are all the ideas. Now, when you put together a spell, you have to kind of like use your imagination. And I also looked up some things online. I'm like, okay, what creates a good banishing spell? So here are my ingredients in no special order. It's a dragon's blood incense, a black candle, clove oil. Clove oil is antibacterial, antiviral, anti a lot of stuff. And so I'm thinking, okay, well, my logic is I'm going to use clove oil to dress the candle that I'm going to light, and that is to essentially anti things. I found a yellow marker to write down the words I'm going to write. Okay, these are pissy thoughts in the first place, right? Pissy thoughts, so therefore I'm going to use yellow to represent piss, or urine, if you will. Then in this beautiful little jar here is actually crushed habanero pepper. Now, pepper is usually good for any kind of banshee spell. Anything that you want, any energy that you want to rid, you burn it up, right? With the pepper. Burn them up. You know what I mean? The black lighter, which I'm going to light my black candle with. Black is good for banishing. It's good energy of saying,
Poof, you be gone.
we have a very hot sauce. This is Trinidad Maruga Scorpion pepper sauce. It's actually super hot. Burn them up. So we're going to burn them up with that. And then we have cayenne pepper. So our banishing energies to burn all these ideas up, get rid of it, is going to be all these peppers. Sure. And then, of course, I have a bind here. And so I want to, once I create everything, then what I want to do is bind it all up. Well, you also have toilet tissue. Well, my thing is, for thoughts like this, pissy thoughts, we need to put it on toilet tissue. We want to wipe this stuff away. This is not your Charmin, okay? So, which is good. I'm not going to use my good toilet tissue, right? So this toilet tissue, I'm just cutting up the squares and separating it. And I'm going to leave at least probably 2 squares together so that I can wrap this stuff up. Because I'm going to wrap it up almost like you would think, I don't know, something to smoke or something like that. 4 squares here. And my 4 squares are looking good. And then I have this here. So now it's time to get to work. So with all these ingredients, first we have to write things. So you're going to see this part sped up, of course, but I'm going to write different things. So different things, ideas that I think racist people have. So these are racist ideas that I am banishing from my world. All this shall be banished.
Your blood is mine.
The first one that I have here is I am better, okay, because of my skin color. And I use the marker because it's easier to write on toilet tissue with something like a marker, but it's still hard. So I kind of have to hold it tight.
it's gonna feel real good.
Okay, that one's done. So that's going to take a while. So guess what? We're going to speed through this. So I'm going to tell you all the ones that we're going to use today. I will use my privilege to benefit myself over people of color. As long as I'm not black, I'm better. Oh, we're getting rid of that idea. As long as I'm not Black American or African American, I'm better. Oh, we're getting rid of that. I support a system that oppresses people of color. Brown is ugly. Black is ugly. I have bad hair. Oh, we're getting rid of those ideas. My hair isn't pretty. My hair isn't beautiful. Oh, getting rid of those ideas. Black people are lazy. Black people are dumb and uncivilized. Black people are only here for my entertainment. Black people can't have a lot of money. Black people can't have a lot of power. Black people can't have more power than me. Oh, we're getting rid of those ideas. We can already hear the whining in that, right? So these are all the ideas that we are getting rid of. All right, so I'm going to write all this down and I'll be right back there with you, okay? All done. So we have our pissy sheets. Ew, yuck. All right, so now what are we gonna do here? Well, what do we do with nasty pissy sheets? Well, we ball them up and we get ready to dispose of them. So I'm just balling these up. We're letting go of all these nasty, nasty thoughts. Ugh.
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay,
Ugh,
Annie?
right? And then I'm gonna put them in my little bowl here. Put the bowl aside, and it's time to create my situation. So now with the extra tissue that I have, I'm just gonna kind of create this thing so it can be ready to be wrapped up. So here it is. All right. So I'm gonna get ready to wrap this up. Those three little pissy balls. Okay, I'm gonna put my habanero flakes here. Ooh, you can feel the heat. Now when you're dealing with peppers, you don't want to touch them too much, or just remember, don't touch your eyes. Yeah. Okay. Then I'm gonna do the cayenne pepper. Burn you up. Burn them up. Now, this is the hot pepper sauce. I really don't want to do too much. It says just a dash will do it. So we're going to just do a dash because we don't want too much moisture in here so that doesn't burn, right? So just, I'll give it a little drop. Oh yeah, that's enough. And then I'm going to add this dragon's blood here. Right, that should be enough. And this is the kind of incense that you can actually kind of like, you make it into a little cone and then you burn it. It smells really good. Okay. So now with that, it is time to roll this thing up. All right, so to roll it up, my thought, there we go, kind of, yeah, there we go. You can tell who doesn't know how to roll a joint. She's right here, but I think I'm getting there. All right, so to kind of tighten it up, now I'm rolling it up. I'm gonna wrap it here, and this is not how you roll a joint, but this is how you wrap this up. Then I'm gonna take this string. I use gray string. It's kind of like when you're getting ready to do some battle. I always like gray for coming out, going into the fray, and then coming out on the other side. So that's what I think about gray. When I think about gray, I think going into the fray and coming out on the other side. So this is a banishment, and I need this is my power to make sure that I am effective in this. Okay, so this is, I'm gonna tie this up. Ooh, you can smell the pepper. Okay, right, that's what it looks like. Now before I go outside, I'm going to dress it with the oil. Now, so we're just improvising here. But I wouldn't touch clove oil. It's actually very, it can be very irritating to the skin. You really need to dilute it. But remember, we're irritating things on purpose. So, in clove, it has that energy. So we're just going to use it. I'm going to use the shiny part here to dress the candle. There we go. So we'll just dress this. And as I'm doing this, my intention is to empower this flame to banish these pissy ideas out. And every time you're doing something magical, you want to feel it too. So I'm just empowering this flame. This should be fun. Oh yeah, this should be something else here. All right. So we're gonna take this outside because now it's time to go wild.
Who's bad?
And our mantra and our simple spell that we will say over all of this is really, really simple. This is not the place for you, and it is time for you to leave. This is not the place for you, and it is time for you to leave. Gone. I will see you all out there. And I am back. Wow, that was a nice little journey. I feel like some really bad magic.
凶猛.
Michael Jackson bad.
Who's bad?
I must say it was very fun. You could smell all the stuff. You could smell the pepper and the fire. I really liked the way the candle, as it burned, you found that it was no longer the black man's burden. You start to see those allies, those light allies coming through and saying, hey, we got this. We'll take care of this situation. I said, very good. You do take care of it. I don't want to be my burden. I've just been out there in the hot sun literally fighting for my freedom. No, it's like 100-something degrees outside. Banishing racism. Will you do this spell? Will you do a variation of the spell? Let me know. I want everyone who does see this, do this spell. See if there's a difference in your environment. Of course, I'll let you know if there's a difference in mine. All right. Hallelujah. Hala Magic, Io and Vunya, and I will see you next video.